Okay. I don't want to jinx it, ladies and gentlemen, but it's going well, and the issue is it's going eerily similar to what happened last year. So I'm going to take everything that happens for the next 2 months, 3 months with a pinch of salt, because no doubt we'll lose a ridiculous amount of games at some point again. So, yeah, it's going well, but for how long? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 53 of the Sunderland Till I Die series here on Football Manager 2021. And of course, if you are enjoying this series, make sure you're hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that notification bell to be alerted when these videos are released. And we just hit 180 subscribers. So thank you. Thank you to you all for viewing, subscribing, hitting that like button. I really appreciate it, and you're all damn legends, I'm telling you now. Damn bloody legends. And it's been a little while since we saw each other last, and since then, more transfers have happened, and arguably the biggest transfer in the entire series up to this point was Mr. Oliver Batista-Meyer leaves the club to go to Brentford for a massive £5.75 million. Now, don't get me wrong, losing a player of Batista-Meyer's quality isn't great, especially when you consider that he's actually had a pretty good start to the season. 5 goals in 7 with 2 man of matches, a 7.06 rating. But if we look at the years before that, he hasn't really set the world alight. Obviously, last year was a pretty okay year for him, 11 assists and 7 goals. But his average ratings aren't great, and he's not really established himself as one of the best players in the Championship, when arguably, with the quality he has, he should be doing that. We got him on a free from Bayern Munich, of course, from a few years ago when we were in League One. And to sell a player for a player, if we go to the Premier League, we'll have to sell anyway for 5.75 million, and we were struggling for money a little bit. I couldn't say no, viewers. I literally could not say no. He's gone to Brentford in the Championship, so we will be playing against him at some point. Hopefully, I don't live to regret selling Batista-Meyer. But 5.75 million, 23 years old. It's 50-50, right? Like, I'm happy to sell him because of the money, but he's a really, really good player, and hopefully I won't live to regret it. But that did allow us to flex our muscles in the transfer market. It allowed us to go out and actually find some actual players for actual money that was actual quality. Any more actuals, Alex? And with the position that Batista-Meyer has been playing this year, he's been playing that striker role, and of course with our serious lack of depth in them positions anyway, our first priority with the money that we got was to go out and just try and find a striker, 2 strikers, just any strikers to seriously beef up our depth up top. And I scoured the globe, ladies and gentlemen. I scoured everywhere. I went to different leagues, went to different nations. Unfortunately, completely forgot about work permits again. So I was going in for all sorts of players, left, right, centre, quickly realising that they didn't want to join me. And if they did, they couldn't get a work permit anyway. So I had to wait about a year, 2 years for them to actually get a work permit, and hopefully at that point we'll be in the Premier League, so then they'll just be useless. Can you tell I hate work permits? I'm sure it's not obvious. And the man that I am pinning all of my hopes and dreams on this year is Mr. Ryan Edmondson, who we did buy from Leeds for 325k. He was playing in Sky Bet League 2 with Salford last year, so it is quite a big step up in quality. Hopefully Ryan's able to deal with that, and hopefully he's able to do relatively well this year. He's already played 5 games for me with 1 goal, 1 assist, 6.78 rating. So an okay start, nothing spectacular, but it's okay. And if we have a look at Ryan's attributes, he's decent. I won't say he's absolutely spectacular because he isn't, but he's decent for this league. I think he can definitely do a job in our side. If he turns these 12s into 13s, these 13s into 14s, he can be an absolute superstar in this league and potentially go into the Premier League as like a decent Premier League player. We'll have to wait and see. But he's got 4.5 star potential to me, only got 3 star current ability. So I'm very excited to see how Ryan develops. And the good thing is, I like about Ryan is he is a little bit of a man mountain as well. You know, 6'2", 79 kilo, 15 jumping reach, 15 strength. This guy has been hitting the gym, and I look forward to seeing him causing chaos with any defence that we come up against, because I think that's what we've been lacking at times, is that aerial presence that we can just absolutely route one, kick the ball to someone and they'll be able to take it down, control, and I'm hoping Ryan can be that guy. He can cause chaos to defences, he can be a physical presence there, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Ryan gets on. Now, he wasn't the only man that we did bring in. The next guy that we brought in was Julio Alberto from Mirandas in Spain, I believe it is. We actually got him in for 400k, so more money than we got Ryan in for, and annoyingly, Julio can't actually play because, once again, work permits. And we're actually starting to gather quite a lot of regens in our side, and Julio Alberto is probably the highest rated of the lot with 5 star potential ability, 3 star current ability at the age of 20. This guy, if he develops well once again, he could be really, really good. He'd do a really good job in the Championship if we could actually play him. Once again, work permits are an issue. We can't apply for one until the end of the year. Hopefully he'll get one, and then we can start incorporating the 2 or 3 regens that we do have into our side. As I said, I did actually play for Mirandes quite a lot. In the 2nd division, he's played 31 games, and then I think that is the division below, the Spanish 2 Pro A. So he did play regularly in the first team for Mirandes. Obviously, it's not a great level, so it's hard to judge how good he'll actually be. But for 400k, there's a lot of pressure on Julio's head here. He's actually gone down in valuation, 275k. But if he can, once again, turn these 11s into 12s, 12s and 13s, he could be really, really good. So that's how we spent some of the money that we got from Batista Mier. We currently have still 1.8 million in the coffers, 6 million in the overall balance, 1 million in the transfer budget, sorry, and 192,000 wage budget. So we've still got a little bit of money to play with. Obviously, the transfer window's closed, so we are going to have to wait till January. But there's not really been anyone that I've seen that I think we can bring in. The problem is that when I got Batista Mier's money, it was very late on in the window, so trying to find any players of actual quality is really difficult because they've already been snapped up, whether it be on frees or the transfer listed or loans. They've already been snapped up, so it's pretty difficult. So yeah, that's where we're at with the transfers. I'm really happy with Ryan. I'm really happy with Julio. Swedberg's been decent, but selling Batista Mier for a lot of money, the pressure's really on now for us to, you know, try and, well, the pressure's on Ryan, Swedberg and Guasson to come in and hopefully get the goals that Batista Mier might have scored if he was still here. Now, it's quite unfortunate that I decided not to bring a goalkeeper in, a backup goalkeeper, in case Lee Burge got injured. We've all done it. We've all looked at goalkeeper and been like, no, we don't need a backup. He'll be fine. He won't get injured. Mine got injured. Lee Burge, he's out for bloody 3 weeks. And that means I'm having to rely on someone that is lucky to even be a footballer. Oliver Basey. 1.5 star current ability. He's not great for this league. I'm sure he's a lovely fella. He's got 1 first touch. He's got 11 passing though, to be fair. Oh, it's... Yeah, so we're having to rely on Oliver Basey to be our first team goalkeeper until Burge decides to help and get his torn wrist ligaments fixed that he did in training. Clown, honestly. It's annoying that I didn't bring in a spare goalkeeper, I'm not going to lie. Well, that is a lesson learnt. So that does mean that we are going to have to rely on Oliver Basey to be our first team keeper until Burge gets back. I'm probably going to be looking to potentially get another goalkeeper in January to be a backup because, well, Oliver, sorry to be rude, mate, but you're not really good enough. So, yeah, he's 21. He's got 1.5 star current ability and, quite frankly, is a bit terrible. But that has not had any negative impact on our very, very good start to this season. Of course, last year we had very similar run of results, a very good start to the year, but then we absolutely destroyed it towards the end of the year. So fingers crossed that will not happen again. Now, I am having a little bit of a rethink about showing you all of the games in every episode that you missed since you were last here. What I'm thinking is, instead of showing you every single game, what we're going to do is we're going to choose 2 or 3 specific games and we're going to focus on them instead of going through all of them, because I feel like going through more than 5 or 6 games in an episode can be quite boring. I think if there's games that aren't particularly interesting, it can be very difficult to find things to talk about. So do let me know in the comment section what you think of that idea. If you prefer me to show you every single game, that's absolutely fine with me. Or if you prefer it to be a little bit scaled down and focus on 2 or 3 games, also let me know. And the first game that I am going to show you in this new style was a 1-0 home victory against a very difficult Swansea side. Now, on the face of it, this game might not look too interesting, but the importance of this win, not only on team morale, but also on league position, cannot be understated, as Swansea, one of the best teams in the Championship, currently sitting in second place, and we were able to get a 1-0 win against them. Swansea definitely had their chances, but we were the much more clinical side. Baptiste Meyer getting himself a goal, one of his final games for the club. A good sort of goodbye for Baptiste Meyer, getting the goal to win this game for us in the 38th minute. And for the rest of the game, although Swansea had their chances, they weren't able to break down the absolute back four rocks of Pickering, Dunn, Hughes and Marcinho. And Burge also had a pretty good game as well with a 7.7 rating. And unfortunately, with one fantastic win, has to come one devastating loss. A 3-0 home defeat against Hull, a Hull side who are currently sitting in 21st place. So really shows how poor we were. And honestly, how good Hull were. You know, being at home, Hull coming to the Stadium of Light, you'd expect Hull maybe to sort of just sit back and defend, but they didn't. They came at our side, and ultimately they got their reward. All 3 goals coming in the second half. Bowie getting a goal in the 64th minute, and then 2 very, very late goals with Lewis Potter and Miu scoring in the 86th and the 92nd minute respectively. And despite that 3-0 loss against Hull that could have easily derailed our very good early season form, we were still able to get a few decent wins after that game. A 2-0 win in the Carabao Cup against Brentford, a 3-1 win against Reading, a 2-0 win against Peterborough, but unfortunately we did have another loss in there, a 1-0 away defeat against Oxford. And all of them results have ended with us sitting in 4th place, only 1 point off Swansea and Blackburn, who currently occupy the 2nd and 3rd spot. So fingers crossed, with a win in this episode, potentially get ourselves up to the automatic promotion spots. Watford are continuing to do very, very well. A 6-point lead with 12 games played with only 2 losses. So it looks like Watford are going to be going back up to the Premier League. Preston, Sheffield Wednesday and Oxford currently occupy them relegation spots. Now, in today's episode, we are, of course, going to be playing against Sheffield United, who got relegated from the Premier League last year and currently sit in 12th place. So very, very poor start for Chris Wilder's Blades here. They do have the rich status on finances, so maybe they had a big transfer in the summer, or maybe they've been taken over. £56 million they brought in during the summer. Holy smokes. Callum Wilson, Tosin Adebayo, Jordan Teasel going for big money. Wow. And they invested 30 million, or are still sitting in 12th place, with Enes Unal coming from Brentford. I probably butchered that name completely, so I can only apologise. I do think we have enough quality in our side, and with our recent good results, to get a pretty comfortable win against Sheffield United. Obviously, being away from home always adds to the challenge, but I do think that with the players we have on our side and the quality, that we will come out victorious today. So this is going to be our full 11 going into this game against Sheffield United. It's going to be Oliver Basie in goal, Marcinho, who does have a little bit of a knock, McGuinness, Jimmy Dunn and Harry Pickering as your back 4, Sam Hughes, Elliot Embleton, Jordan Rossiter and Swedberg as our midfield, and then Edmondson, and Vian Croissant as our strikers. We do need to sort our subs bench out, which I can't be bothered doing, so I'm going to ask my assistant to do it. We can't even fill a full bench. That is concerning. Right, make sure you put some score predictions in the comments section. Do let me know how you think this game will go. As I said, I think we have enough quality on our side to see this game through, but I'm under no illusion that this is going to be a walk in the park. And we get an early goal. That would be perfect. Sander Burge, did we have him at some point? I can't remember. John Egan still there. Ramsdale still there. I'm surprised Ramsdale hasn't gone to a bigger club. Of course, Ramsdale is going to be going to Arsenal in the very near future, or he's already been signed. I'm not too sure. Right, Team Talk needs to be right, and currently no one cares about our Team Talk, so that is a little bit annoying. Go out there and make a difference. Right, there we go. I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a 2-0 victory for the Sunderland lot, the Sunderland heroes. And here come out the boys. Right, good start. Croissant goal. Now, of course, with Baptiste Meyer no longer at the club, we're going to be looking to the likes of Edmondson and Croissant to really fill that void that Baptiste Meyer has left. And now 24 minutes into the game, there hasn't been a single highlight. A very boring game. Are we really going to go to the first half? No, we're not. Right, Harry Pickering, Jordan Rossiter. Can we work it around well? That's what I'm hoping for here. Jordan Rossiter, Croissant, lovely ball to Harry Pickering. This is where we are dangerous on the flanks. As a ball in, Swedberg with a far post header into the goal. 1-0. Great ball from Pickering there on the left-hand side. And I reiterate, our fullbacks are so important. And this is well worked. Croissant finds some space for Pickering. And Pickering can just pick out his man. And it's a lovely ball in. Swedberg completely free at the far post. You'd expect one of these defenders to be able to pick up on Swedberg. But what a start. Not only in this game, but what a start Swedberg has had to his Sunderland career. Having a very, very big influence on some of the results we've been having. Embleton, Hughes, there is another highlight. Can we potentially get ourselves 2-0 up before half time? It's a poor ball though from Edmondson, not showing me why he should stay at the side. Embleton, a good ball to Croissant. Can we make it 2-0? And it's a great finish. Aaron Ramsdale can't get his hand to it. I thought he'd go to the far corner there, Croissant, but no. Croissant has decided to absolutely welly it into the bottom corner there, and it's just a bit of a mess here for Sheffield United. Embleton with a good ball to Croissant. Their defence falls asleep, and a quick touch, and it's a great finish. It looked like it went through Aaron Ramsdale's hands there. 2 goals in quick succession, the 30th and 33rd minute for us there, and it could get worse here for Sheffield United, but they do get the ball. Can we cause a counter-attack? McBurney's through on goal. And, I mean, it's an absolutely horrific finish there from McBurney. Could have got himself, could have got his team back into the game there. And unfortunately, Swansea and Watford, well, Swansea in particular, are winning, which means we're not going to be going into them automatic spots. But we have moved 1 spot up the league. I'm very, very happy with the performance so far. And let's get everyone more happy. Swedberg on a 7.3 and Croissant on a 7.2, I should expect from a team that has just scored goals. Alex, you absolute idiot. So can we score 1 or 2 more? As it's been fairly even in terms of stats, to be fair. I might go a little bit more positive here, actually. Because what I don't want us to do is sit back. And if they get a goal here, this could be not another game where we bottle it. That could have been disastrous. Right, we're having a lot of highlights all of a sudden. Now, if we went the entire game without highlights, I would love that, Edmondson. I'd said about him being a man mountain, and we have done that. Edmondson with some great strength there. Swedberg. That is what Edmondson offers to the side. It's a little bit of strength, a little bit of Bearwish. What a name. What an absolute name. Please save that. Okay, Basie, good save. Good save. But maybe we should be asking our goalkeeper to kick it to Edmondson. That's 6'2", good jumping reach, could potentially do something. I am going to start time wasting in this game, I think, because I don't want us to bottle this. As you will know in the last episode, bottled a 2-0 lead. So, you know, I don't want to encounter them demons again. Final few minutes going into full time, and they do have a last minute. Oh, don't you dare. Please don't do this game. Not again. Oh, I can't be dealing with this again. Please. Right. Shorter passing, lower tempo. dribble less, be more disciplined. Please just see the game out. If we concede again, I'm not... Oh, don't you dare. I can just see it, chat. Chat? Sorry, I can just see it, YouTube. Oh. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't believe it. For sake, are you f***ing me? Oh my god. Oh, we're so honestly. What the hell is that? Oh my god. As if that's just happened again in another episode. You having a laugh? I can't believe it. In the 86th and the 92nd minute. What can I do to solve that? Does anyone know? Does anyone have any idea? If you do have an idea or any suggestions on how to solve that, please put in the comment section, because I'm up to my limit with that sort of stuff going on. I'm sick of it. I can't believe it. Is it 3 games? I think it's 3 games this season that I've shown on screen where we've let a game we've just not allowed ourselves to get 3 points because of stupidity from our boys. For God's sake. The first game would have been against Stoke. Did we? Yes, we did. 90. I can't deal with it. I really can't deal with it. Right, where are we going to come back for so I can release my anger on lower teams and we can come back with top of the league, hopefully. I think we're going to come back for the Nottingham Forest game. It's going to be a home tie against what can only be described as a tough Nottingham Forest team. Of course, a bit of a fallen giant, Nottingham Forest. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on against them. We've got a lot of games to go through. So, of course, we will stick with the sort of games of the episode type thing that I've got going on. Once again, leave your feedback in the comment section, what you think of that. And thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Have a good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.